Yo, 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 my Star Citizens and Noob Gamers. Welcome back to another episode of Star Citizen with me, Mennings. And in today's episode, I'm going to be going through a guide on how to find the main cities of each planet during the day and during the night, with the exception of Orison, because I tend to use the ping on that day and night, and it generally is the same, so it's just as easy to find in day and night with the ping. So hopefully this helps you guys out on finding your way to the spaceports in each place. So let's get on it. So this one is Lorville by day, and what we're looking for is that house style icon. It's etched on this one here because it's on the other side of the planet, but it's sort of like an upside down house, and that's the main city. And that's the same for every planet. You're going to have the same for every planet, an upside down house, and the square with the rounded edges or the rounded corners is the space station of each planet. So there we are. So there's Lorville. So let's QT over to Lorville. Off we go.
Quantum travel engaged.
There'll be timestamps in the descriptions and in the descriptions of the video, so you can jump to each city in the day and in the night. So that will help you out as well if you're just looking for a specific one. The hardest one generally is Area 18 by night. All the others seem quite easy. So here we go. Turn myself back the right way up, and now we're in the clouds. So it can get quite cloudy here on Hurston. A lot of red mist in the air, foggy, especially if you've got your lights on as well. So we're just going to sort of duck underneath these lights underneath these clouds, and you'll see how we'll use my ping to get a lay of the land, and that's what we're looking for there. That main building there on Lorville, in Lorville, is the main building to look for your landing port, for your spaceport. So we've located the main building, and now what we're going to go is to the sloped side of it. So the way it slopes down, that's the side we're going to go. Because just in front of that at the base is the spaceport. And what I'm going to do with each one of these is I'm going to come into the planet, land, and then once I've landed, I'll jump to the next one. Just so you can see that I've landed it, basically. So the next thing to look at coming into this spaceport is the floating neon signs. There's about 6 on the sides and one on the each end of it. Just little neon signs that says Teasa Spaceport here, these signs. So that's what you're looking for. And in the night they're really easy to see because it's like a glowing blue box. Another thing to look out for is the little glowing arrows that have just come up underneath me. There it's also a telltale sign coming into spaceports, because you'll find it's other players' ships or guns, security guns. So they're other things to watch out for as well. When you come into your cockpit, you'll just see these arrows flash up. So there's the slopey side of the building that we're looking at, and this is the spaceport here. So I'm just going to go and land into this bay here at the top. In we go. So that is Lorville by day. So next we're going to jump to Lorville at night.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
So this is Lorvile by night. We're going to jump into QT, jump into Lorville itself. I'm having difficulty with this ship. It's 85X and it's the first time I've flown it, so I'm trying to find where the QT trigger point is for it to spool up. It looks like I'm on the hexagon type thing, but I'm actually on Lorville.
Quantum drive activated.
So again, coming into this at night is pretty easy. And when we come in, we're just going to see massive amounts of red lights. That's that main building. That slopes down. The main building there. And as you can see, just slightly in front of that is the glowing neon signs. So we use our ping, see it sloping, which way it's sloping. And then you can see the neon signs there as it gets dark. Just there, it's like a rectangle of flashing neon signs. So that's the spaceport at Lorville, flashing away there for us. Again, like I say, when you come into your cockpit, you'll see like the little arrows flash of other players' ships, and that also gives you an indicator sometimes where the airport is if you do get lost. So yeah, I'm just looking around. I know the spaceport's there. I'm just having a good look around. And that's the sloppy side, as I said. The spaceport's just in front of that. So I'm going to boost in, and I've got my call ATC on a button. That does it for me. As you see there, another telltale sign, those two white arrows that flashed up.
Hello. Please proceed.
So that's just letting you know what I was talking about with the white arrows flashing up. When I first started playing this game about 4 months ago, that was the one thing that saved me finding spaceports and stuff, was those flashing up. So that's Lorville. Day and night.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Thank you. So next we're going to jump to Area 18 by day. Again, we're going to look for that upside down house. There it is. It's always next to the spaceport. You'll always find the two almost sort of near each other. So Area 18 by day is easier, but just because it's a massive big flat structure. So there we are. And we're just going to look for a flat structure that looks like a runway, which is this red thing here. and it just looks like a runway or a, you know, like a aircraft carrier sort of runway, or like a massive big gun, whatever you want to look at it as. But that's what you're looking for, basically. It's just in this massive big city, and then you've got this big vast open thing with this in it. It's actually like I think there's like a road in it as well. Again, you see those planes flash up. So I'm going to press my button to call the ATC when it comes up. You'll see it say call ATC in red, and they're like there, and that's when you can call them. Then
proceed to assigned landing bay.
if you don't have a button set up for it, you can go to your press F1 and go to your comms tab, the one with the people on it, and go to friends and then contact the spaceport you're at, and they will then give you a landing. It's the first time I'm using this 85X. I think it comes free with the 890 jump when you buy it on pledge. It's a bit yeah, I've not done anything with it, any of the upgrades or anything, but yeah, I bought it the other day. It's, you know, $500,000 I think it was, so it's nice. I do like it. It's like just a touring thing. So that's Area 18 by day. So now we're going to Area 18 by night. This one's a bit harder. So we're going to jump in, look for that house. You can see there it's hatched, so you know it's on the other side of the planet. If it's hatched and it's daytime where you're looking, you know it's going to be night on the other side. So we're going to jump, QT jump round the planet to that. So for me, the hardest ones are this one at night and Orison. But once you find the structures to look for in Orison, it's easy. So here we go, coming into Area 18. It's the big city again. Upside down, I'm going to spin myself around.
Quantum travel complete.
And straight off the bat, when we come in there, I can see the airport there just in front of me up the top of the screen there. But I just missed it. When I came in, I missed it. I don't know what I was looking for, but that's it there. You can see it a mile away, but I missed it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run the video through just to show you what happened when I missed it. Just so you can get an idea of what happens if you do miss it yourself. So what I'm doing now is I'm scanning, searching for just the big open areas, because I know it's in a big open area. And then I'm going to try and sort of come down underneath the clouds, see if I can get a better visual, not so foggy. So this one was a hard one because I missed it, but as you see, I just plodded through and just searched around until I found it. Doing some pinging there just to see if I can see the structure. Another telltale sign of this one as well is it has a flashing red light on it, so you can also look at the lights and see if any of the lights are flashing. If you see a flashing red light, then you know you're heading towards it. Just going to keep scanning around the areas. See, I seen this big open area here, and I thought, was this it here? But then when I got closer, I realised it's not. So I keep looking around. And don't be afraid to fly around the city and have a look around. You know, all this stuff has been put in this game, so it doesn't hurt having a good fly around. So I'm just going to raise myself up in the atmosphere a little bit more and see if I can spot it from a higher place then. And there we are, I can see it now coming up. Just there on the left. So a little bit searching, got myself a little bit higher, just under the clouds but above the city. And there it is, you can see it. And as you'll see, as you start getting close, there's a flashing red light on a tower. Like it does a 3-pulse thing. So that's one thing to look out for as well. And that's it. As we start getting closer as well, we might see some white arrows flash up. Well, there you see that little side diamond thing flash up. And then there again, another spaceship there flash up as you get closer. So let's land this thing. Get this landing gear down. There's our hangar number 3. Let's jump down into this. Here we go. Down, too close to it, and smash the front. Smash. 3, 2, boom. Just dropped it in. So that was Area 18. So now we're going to move on to New Babbage in microTech. Again, there's the upside down house we was looking for, again next to that space station. So this is New Babbage in the daytime. There's QT to it. And because the line wasn't hatched, you know it's on this side of the planet, so you know it's in the sun. So, as we come into New Babbage, the first telltale sign is just slightly down on the right, is the big vast open frozen lake, and it has a pipe going across. That's the train line to the spaceport. So that's one of the biggest telltale signs to look for, is that big open space with a big line going through it, away from the city. What I do here is I have a look around just to show like all the other open areas, and none of them have that pipe going across it, that train line going across it. And you'll start seeing as we get closer, there's 4 sets of lights, white lights going across. Those are the hangars where you're going to land, each one of those. And then at the top, you see as you get closer as well, there's 3 sets of red lights on 3 different towers. So you'll see those as well.
Landing gear engaged.
So you can get a little bit of a more clearer picture there. Now, the 3 red lights. And the spaceport is sort of at the bottom of a mountain. So it's sort of almost tucked away inside the mountain part of it.
Thank you.
This is a difficult one to find when it's night time and it's really windy and foggy. So you see there 4 sets of white lights, and then there's one of the towers there where my pointer is with the red lights, and then another one there just hidden behind the cloud as you see people leaving, and then there's the 3rd one with the red lights there. Now I can we just actually another telltale sign is that entering restricted area, and it looks like we've got someone that maybe a bounty or something there. So I'm going to go and investigate him. But we're in an armistice zone, so I can't actually shoot him. But people could hang around and wait for him to leave. An Aurora, it's crashed into a tree, I think. I like investigating red ones. It's just sometimes it can be fun to have a little bit of a battle. So there's your entry points to the hangars, those white lights. Each one of those white lights is a hangar. Still fascinated with this guy, so I'm just going to unselect him and get on with what I was doing. So unselect him, there we are. So yeah, each one of those white lights is a hangar, so that's where you're going to be aiming at basically. But I do show in a second there is more hangars above on the roof of it that you can sort of come down into.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
So they're putting us in number 3. I'm just going to raise myself up and you'll see the hangar doors at the top there as well, on top on the roof. Just there. So let's get ourselves inside this one. New Babbage. So that's New Babbage by day. This is New Babbage by night. I think New Babbage by night is a little bit easier to find because of the lights. The big telltale sign is just the set of lights on their own, just in the middle of nowhere. So let's QT into it. 'Cause 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 ' There we go. So straight away you can see there, just under us, 3 sets of red lights and the flashing white lights. Out there in the middle of nowhere on their own. And the train line going across to it. Straight away, so easy to find. It can be a little bit more difficult to find when it's windy and really foggy, but that's your telltale signs there. So let's get down here. Can you hear it playing at the side of me? There it is. Don't know where they're off. Going somewhere nice, probably. So let's get into it. Again, that telltale sign of just a ship or a gun, whatever those are, those white arrows. They can be both, a ship and a gun. 4 sets of white lights, 3 sets of red lights, some flashing lights, another plane or ship nearby. I think you get it. 4 sets of white lights. There's your hangars. That looks like somebody may be leaving a hangar there.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
So now we're going to be able to ask for permission to land. And then, yeah, I think they put us in number 3 again. Plonk. That's that done. So that was new Babbage by Day and Night. So now this is Orison. Now Orison, I'm not going to do a day and night because it's generally the same. It's because it's not on the ground, it's a float and it's floating. I generally have to use my ping anyway, no matter whether it's day or night. So this will be Orison. Now Orison's different because it is a floating city. The atmosphere is not 25 kilometers up. It's, I think, 75-ish kilometers up the atmosphere, or where it drops you in. So it's such a long time to get in and out of this place. But it is a beautiful city. It's about to drop us off at 70-ish. And then we've got to just start heading down. Now with this one, I would suggest always using your ping until you've got close enough that you're happy. So there we are. I mean, it just looks so daunting at first. Like all you're seeing is a couple of like ladders just floating there. Not really much else. So we need to start heading down to the city. Start getting closer. Straight off the bat there, you can see as you're coming in, you can see the 4 red lights faintly. So that's the first landmark. That is the spaceport. And another landmark to look at is there's four circles just there as well. Each time you ping, you'll see 4 circles. Those 4 circles as well. Another landmark, you know you're on your way to the right place. But as long as you see those red, if you see the circles but not the red lights, aim for the circles. If you see the red lights, then start aiming for them red lights, basically. So I'm just having a look around as a ping. Starting to see the lines now coming in. So just to keep aiming for them red lights. And that's basically your spaceport as you're coming in. You'll start seeing it start forming the more you're coming in. It's got like a centre bit and then 4 legs that come off it, 4 wonky legs that come off it, which have the lights on the end of them. It looks a little bit like a spider, basically. Octopus, spider, whatever you want to call it. But there's no other structure like it. Maybe it looks like a brain cell or whatever. Neuron things with it. I don't know. But anyway, you can see it's different from everything else. It looks like that, like a little bit like a spidery thing. Got loads of legs coming off it. And there it is, you can see it. Four lights on the legs and then 4 lights on the main hub itself. This takes so long to get in and out of this planet. So there you are, I mean you can see it now much clearer. The 4 legs coming off it. Right in the centre there is the spaceport itself. Again, that telltale sign of entering a restricted area. I'm not seeing any ships or guns, but you might see some guns pop up at some point.
Thank you.
And again, now you can ask if we can land.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay. That request has already been granted.
Granted again, please, sir. There we are. So there's our landing port.
That request has already been granted.
So let's get inside there. And this one is sort of like a bit like New Babbage, where you've got to go into the inside of it. It's not like the other two where you land in the top of it. You've actually got to go inside to the side of it. So I was just looking around, see if it was the side or not, or whether it was the centre one. Yep, the centre one for definite. So let's get into that. Get that landing gear down. Let's get in. There we go. In we go. So that's all the spaceports. This one was Orison. Hopefully this helps you out, this little guide, and helps you to find these places a little easier. I spent some time looking for myself when I first started and struggled, so I thought it'd be a good guide to put out there. So we hope you like this video. If you did like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell notification for more videos as they drop, and we'll see you out in the verse.